during your first coupon of maintenance on your freshly put together Milano. According to yonder manual, we will check the tightness of the cylinder head nuts. We will change the engine oil. We will adjust the valve lash. We will... That's just other crap. Somewhere else in here. Check suspension pieces. Make sure they're still on. You get the idea. Pretty easy task until you pull the valve covers off and the fucking gaskets break. So now that I've waited and the new gaskets have come, I can now proceed a week later to put the valve covers back on after the checking of cylinder head tightness. I have flavor of the month right here as the new oil change. We will put in some Motorcycle 20W50 oil. API rating SG, standing for super goodness of good level of zinc for them camshafts not to wear out. We will move it on to the good old synthetic maybe someday, but for now, this is what we're going to use. I have a big old man filter. Careful observers will notice that is not the correct man filter for an Alfa Romeo engine. However, it fits, and they had it on the shelf. Good in my book. So after a little bit of beer and more instrument cluster effing around here, as you can see, took the oil pan off. Oh yeah, I have a new oil pan gasket because I actually dropped a fastener in the engine when I was reassembling it, which meant that I had to order that gasket later on down the road. And so now that we are later on down the road, 2,000 kilometers in fact, down the road, and as you can see, the engine's actually reassembled. I have now put the valve cover, the covers back on. I did the valve lash. I retorqued the heads to 82 foot-pounds, or thereabouts, whatever. That was pretty much the only thing I had to do up top here. There wasn't a heck of a lot else to do. Everything else looks good under the hood. One of the things I noticed, though, and this is a good little tip for people, when I pulled the oil pan off, not the oil pan, but, you know, the lower sump cover thing here, there was a whole bunch of shmoo in here. Little bits of, I don't know, I guess little pieces that fall in there, rag pieces, and little pieces of RTV gasket made their way in there. I've of course since cleaned it all, so you can't see that there was crap in there, but take my word for it, there was some crap in there. So it actually might be a good idea for some of these older engines. I may actually do it on the GDV6 someday, just to check. But yeah, the oil pickup had a fair amount of junk in there, so yeah. Good thing I'm replacing this gasket, because you know what? A little bit of junk in there makes it a lot harder for the oil pump to draw up oil. So, here's the lower sump. Yeah, so there was a whole bunch of junk kind of just sitting in here, and there's obviously some in the screen and that pickup there, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of crap in there, so it's a good thing I pulled that off. I'm going to smear a little smear of Hylamar sealant on both sides of that, stick the gasket on there, throw that back on there. No big deal at all. I have also cruise control computer, fuel level sender unit thing, and a new cap for engine oil to go into, because I can't seem to find my good one. And so this is going to be the next project for whenever it's not piss and rain. So we're thinking, yeah, about 10 months from now. Yeah, that's about when it should be ready to start that project. So yeah, still working away on the Milano. Should be driving it again very shortly. Bye for now.